The running of the bulls takes place early each morning. Spectators claim a vantage point along the barrier at the crack of dawn. The runners are called mozos. While many are just finishing up a night of drinking, others train for the event. They take the ritual seriously and run every year. They stampede half a mile through the town from their pens to the bullfighting arena. At full gallop, it goes by fast. Bulls thunder through the entire route in just 2.5 minutes. The mozos try to run in front of the bulls for as long as possible, usually just a few seconds, before diving out of the way. They say on a good run, you feel the breath of the bull on the back of your legs.
Now, I don't know if you could quite see that, but that was me running with bulls in Italy. Quite possibly the dumbest intro I've ever made. Anyway, moving on to the markets. The market cap of all crypto is almost at 300 billion, a high we haven't seen since falling below it early last month. Bitcoin still holding on to 7,400, and a very nice thing to see is that the 24-hour volume has almost doubled from what we've seen lately, so that is very positive. So it's probably a little bit too early to be whipping out the Moon Lambo memes, but this Audi R8 was spotted in the wild with the license plate no hodl. Now, what he's referring to not hodling, we're not sure. Could it be Bitcoin Cash? We don't know. But what we do know is that he potentially soddled at the highs. And that's the easy way to make money. You buy high and you sell low, or the other way around. It's pretty complicated. It's just knowing when to sell. But if you're listening to the market and its sentiment, the answer would be not right now. Not selling right now. Multiple posts like this one can be spotted online, and this isn't financial advice, by the way. But we're looking at what a ETF once approved in 2003 did to the market cap of gold, okay? Following that, this is really hard to do. Following this, we had a 9-year bull run for gold. A 9-year bull run for Bitcoin? That'd be insane. Can you imagine? So the ETF is considered to be a big deal. It allows institutional investors to easily get into Bitcoin and to have their holdings insured against the sort of more difficult operational risks that come with holding and sourcing Bitcoin. But if you're listening to your expert technical analysts, they are predicting a further dip before another bull run. Now, what stock, how much you believe those things is entirely up to you. According to the BitMEX CEO, a man heavily incentivized to see the success of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF approval could catalyze the biggest bull run yet. It sounds nice. It sounds very nice. I didn't do it. Look at this. I can't help but draw similarities to this. This is the market cap of Bitcoin from late 2013 to early last year. We saw a spike to 1K coming down for years. Now, there were extenuating circumstances. People blame Mt. Gox for this. Potentially that's absolutely correct, but there's always going to be something that is going to be blamed for a dip. What if you were to hold through this? People holding Bitcoin throughout April, July 2015, they must have had their patience sorely tried to continue holding. But we know how that story went. It would have been absolutely life-changing for so many individuals if they were able to hold. Is this a repeat of that scenario? I hope so. The thing is, I imagine most of you watching are average, normal people, and I would rather see the average, normal person's life be absolutely radically changed for the better than large institutional money getting fiat off of Bitcoin. I would much rather that your life is changed. My life is changed. If Bitcoin went to 50K, are there some of us watching who would become millionaires? I imagine so. Or close to it, at least. But if we really want to know if a 50K Bitcoin is likely, let us turn to the ultimate source of truth and knowledge, crypto YouTubers. You think I'm joking? No. Think I'm joking? No. Let's do it. 50K Bitcoin. How many videos do we have on it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Many, including pointing out August 10th, etc. Keep going. Oh, there's your boy. Why 50K USD Bitcoin price projection by the end of this year? The case for and against, so it wasn't just completely bullish. That was 5 months ago. Now, personally, I like to try and do the opposite of what market sentiment is, because if not, you are always going to be buying high and selling low. That's just what market sentiment tells you to do. So if you do the opposite, right now, I think they're super bullish. So I consider selling, but I am personally very interested to see what happens. I am very cautiously optimistic. For example, if we take a look at this market cycle, I wonder exactly where we are. You know, if we're at euphoria levels, this is the point of maximum financial risk. And if we are down in despondency, despair, this is the point of maximum financial opportunity. So people are expecting to see massive money enter August 10th. I'm going to give some reasons why I think some people might be disappointed. I don't mean to play devil's advocate, but if you have both sides of the argument, I think you'd be more fully prepared for whatever comes. So let's look into that. August 10th. Is that going to be the date? It's theorized that there isn't even going to be the ETF decision made on the August 10th because the date due to a notice from the SEC stating that a decision will be no less than 45 days from the date of publication, blah, de, blah, de, blah. That means that the date for a decision can be no sooner than August 16th, not the 10th. And even if true, even if that's correct, that date could be extended further if required. And even if not, once the eventual date does arrive, the SEC can still initiate further proceedings to assist in its decision making. So basically, we don't even know when that might be agreed. I'm hopeful that it will. I think sentiment's really good. I'm hoping that it will. But when that's going to happen, I'm not sure. And anyway, it's completely possible that the recent pump that we've seen in the market is entirely unrelated to the ETF decision. It might be, but it could just be the natural trading. Short orders getting squeezed out, just the natural cycle of trading, and there is no pump either way. I think that's less likely, but it could be. So in addition, we had the public hearing about cryptocurrencies held yesterday in the United States. You can watch the entire proceedings here on this video linked below. Bear in mind, it is 2 hours long. You can get a brief synopsis about some of the arguments made on this website, linked down below as well. There were some good things to come out, like expert witnesses telling the Congress to remove capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies used for purchases, because that just makes it really difficult. Some other things as well about the potential that cryptocurrencies have, but then there was the obvious tired old arguments. Like, check this out. Ban cryptocurrencies. We should prohibit US persons from buying or mining cryptocurrencies. Mining alone uses electricity, which takes away from other needs and/or adds to the carbon footprint. As a medium of exchange, cryptocurrency accomplishes nothing except facilitating narcotics trafficking, terrorism, and tax evasion. Just basically everything wrong in the world. Some of its supporters delight in that. That is reason enough to ban it. It's amazing that all of that was said with a straight face, but there you go. The man who actually said that is incentivized to see the success of fiat because his campaign has received millions of dollars from places like Credit Union, etc. So just shilling going on in this meeting. So overall, it wasn't the most positive thing, unfortunately, but it wasn't all bad. So I'd love to tell you that 50K Bitcoin confirmed by the end of the year. Believe me, I would. But this is me being super honest. I am very cautiously optimistic right now. But how do you feel? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, I'm against animal cruelty, just in case that wasn't clear, because I was running with bulls. I'll see you again soon.